Good Saturday afternoon, guys. We're going to be bringing you something really unique in this video. I'm not going to go into it. I want to take you step by step through the process of what we're going to be doing. I think you're going to enjoy it. I think you're going to think, hey, why didn't I think of that myself? But anyway, before we get into it, I want you to take a look at this graph. Guys, 20% of you that are watching my videos are actually subscribed to the channel. Guys, come on and click that subscribe button. It's absolutely free, and I'd love to have you be a part of the Big South family. So enough of that. So what are we going to be doing today? Well, behind you, off camera, is my trailer I call Leonard.
And his son.
And the reason, and Nate. And the reason why I call it Leonard is because it is a Leonard trailer. But anyway, if you see back behind me, that is my old landscaping trailer when I used to pull. And when I bought Leonard, I kind of retired it, and I use it for hauling scrap metal and stuff for my customers. Well, that trailer is about 7 years old, and I'm going to take you over there in just a second and let you see the floor, because that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be sealing the floor on Leonard. So I hope you stick around. If you don't know who I am, my name is Brian, and you're watching Alright guys, we'll show you this trailer, and
His name is Bruno. We don't talk about him
as you can see, there's little articles of metal on here
because this is the scrap trailer.
And this trailer was built on the cheap, not my cheap, the man that built it cheap. I'm not going to go into it, but you got a cross member here, and then you don't have another cross member until here. And you see how far apart those are? And I told him when he built it, I wanted to save money, but more than that, I wanted to save weight. And instead of putting 2x6s, 2x8s, 2x10s, he put 5/4x6 boards. Well, let me show you what's happened to them. They were treated, but look, they're falling apart.
They didn't stay treated.
They didn't stay treated. They're falling apart. And now, before I can use this trailer again for scrap metal, I've got to have this trailer refloored.
And it saved weight. It saved weight, but he built it crooked. So what's going down the road. Yeah, what's taken away by reducing weight is more than doubled by drag.
Instead of the axles being mounted center like that or level, they're mounted slightly off, and it causes the tires to dog walk going down the road.
It's like he built it from eye, not from measurements.
And anyway, it's okay for occasional use.
And he didn't build it with the winch. We added the winch.
That is my winch.
Yeah, we added it.
That is used for pulling scrap metal and crap out of the woods and stuff. Before I redo the floor in this one, I'm using Leonard as a guinea pig to see if the method I'm going to use will actually work in sealing wood. Everything I've seen on YouTube and everything I've read online, it does work, but we're going to find out today. So I hope you'll stick around.
And if it works then it'll be worth replacing all the boards here and treating those the same way we treated them.
Exactly.
Otherwise, because you don't want to do it here.
Well, I don't want to spend a bunch of money on a trailer I very seldom use.
Not knowing if it's going to work.
Exactly. Thank you.
Because, I mean, it's not just rot. It's carpenter bee damage, too.
Well, this method is supposed to stop carpenter bees.
Yeah.
And we're going to find that out. So, hope you guys stick around. All right, guys. So, what am I talking about? Well,
I don't know.
I've been doing some studying on different methods of sealing and protecting wood. And there was a common theme with everything that I watched and I read. The Thompson's water seal is good, but it doesn't last. You have to do it every year in order to protect the wood. And then you have stain. Well, the thing is, stain is not conducive to using on an equipment trailer, because after a period of time in the sun and driving on it and everything, the stain will actually begin to peel away, which that is no bueno. That's no good. So I narrowed it down to 3 ingredients, 2 of which I have here. Now, you may have seen this, you may have not, but what's going to make it different with me is my method of applying it. So what are we doing? Well, I've got a gallon of used strained motor oil. Now, what do I mean by strained? Well, I've got a 5-gallon bucket over by the grapevine full of oil, and I use this rag and this bottle to strain it into this jug. Now, I've got another gallon jug here, and I'm going to pour half of this oil in here, and then I'm going to put a half a gallon of diesel fuel in each one of these, shake them up, and I'm going to put them in my backpack sprayer, and then we're going to start applying it.
We were going to try to make some kerosene cucumbers, but that didn't work out. They didn't have any kerosene.
My local little store here was out of kerosene, so I had to use diesel fuel. I didn't want to, but I had to. So here are some clips of us prepping the trailer to get this ready for this video. Nate's gone in to into the shop to get the backpack blower because we've got to blow the dust and dirt and debris and stuff off of the trailer before we do this. Matter of fact, I just heard him crank it up, so hold on a second. All right, we've got the trailer clean, and I don't know if you noticed on the wood on the trailer, some of it is starting to separate, and even one of the boards on the top layer is starting to disintegrate. That's what I'm trying to prevent. If I can get, that trailer is now 4 years old. If I can extend the life of that wood another 6 or 8 years, that's optimal. So I watched one guy, he just took the raw oil and raw used oil and used a paint roller to put it on the trailer, and actually his dad did, and he said that was 20 years ago and the wood is still like new. So I'm hoping for the same result. So here's what we got. We got a gallon of oil. Nate, go get me that gray funnel. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a half a gallon of oil in this, half a gallon of oil in this, and then I'm going to take this diesel fuel, and it's right there inside the floor of that small trailer. And then I'm going to pour a half a gallon in each one of these, shake it up real good, and then I'm going to show you how we're going to spread it out.
We're a family of 3, aren't we? 3 humans, 3 lawnmowers, 3 vehicles, 3 trailers.
Yeah. And 1 dog. Now, let me put this This oil is already super thin because of the new weight, but it is used oil, but it has been strained thoroughly. And I'm gonna hold it up to the sun, make sure I got it half and half. All right, let me go look. Half.
Never my bad.
Alright, that should be good. Now, let this drain a minute, because I don't need the funnel when I've got this right here. Alright, let me put this over there where it'll drip. What little bit it is dripping. And then, I'm going to take my diesel fuel. Now, it's best to stand up for this because you have more control. Put that down in there like that. Okay. Well, put some in here. Oh Lord, I almost overfilled that one.
I make Batman's lawnmower.
That's about a gallon in that one. Do what, son?
Batman's lawnmower. Do you show him?
Yeah, that's funny.
I mean Batman's lawnmower.
That ought to be good. You take this and you shake it up real good. Make sure you got it good mixed good.
Got a spookable out here.
Yeah, spook talking medium. Now, how are we going to apply this? Guys, this ain't optimal, but it's the best I can do right now, so we're going to see what we can get done. Cue the music. Guys, the reason I'm doing... Oh, there's Flossie behind the camera. Hey, Flossie.
Hey, hey.
Guys, the reason I'm doing it like this is because, number one, it's almost 100 degrees out here. The sun is going to dry this in really fast, and I'm hoping to get multiple coats out of this and get good coverage and as it dries, the diesel fuel evaporates and the oil soaks into the wood.
Don't miss that spot right there at the end.
Huh?
Don't miss that spot right there at the end in the center. No, in the center.
In the center, right there in the center.
No, dead center, right at the
Not
end.
to the wood, next to the wood. Not
Right there. There.
the other center.
Yeah. And it's
I like
soaking
that
in
better
quick.
than the mopping that you looked at.
Do what?
Like that better than the way the mopping method.
It soaks in faster.
It is soaking in pretty quick. And that'll stop rotting and stuff.
Oh yeah. Well, see, I like doing it with this because you can get the edges of the wood, and then I can go up underneath it and spray it on the crucial sections around the tires, around the tongue, and everything like that.
Good job. Keep it up.
Guys, the front's already dried in. I can go ahead and put another coat on this. You may be asking yourself, now why would somebody do this? Well, number one, it does make the trailer look a lot better. I don't want to say prettier, it just makes it look a lot better. But there's a reason that it's far more based. And to put it in the words of a rapper, it's all about the Benjamins. That's what it all boils down to. How much is this going to cost me up front versus how much is it going to cost me in the future? I'm going to take the camera off the tripod here in just a second because I want y'all to see this wood and see, so you'll know exactly what I was talking about earlier. Now, here's a big section right here where the wood is splitting apart, and that's from being dry. That's from being wet, dry, wet, dry, wet, dry. Well, if you notice up here, it's doing the same thing. Look at this. It's doing the same thing. And look at this. Same thing. My main goal is to save Benjamins, to save money, gain me more time, not having to replace the floor, so in the long run it will last longer. And like I said, I've got $24 in that sprayer. I already had the motor oil, and the diesel fuel was $3 and I think $3.75 or $3.85 a gallon. So there you go, guys. And I don't know if you've priced lumber lately. I know I'm not doing well with the camera, and for that I apologize, but I really can't see. I'm doing my best. A 2x4 nowadays is like 12 bucks. So if you buy these are 2x8s. If you buy a 2x8, you're looking at more for one board than I've got in this whole project. All about the Benjamins. All right, guys, that's the last application. You can see how it's starting to bead up. That right there tells you the wood is getting fairly saturated. It'll soak it in, but it's getting saturated, which is what you want. That over there, I think I could pour 5 gallons on it at one time and it wouldn't saturate. But anyway, I'm gonna let this soak in really good. I'm gonna give it quite a bit of time, and then I'll bring you guys back. It'll probably be an hour and a half or so, but I'm gonna let it sit in the heat and in the sun and soak in, and I'll bring you guys back then. All right, guys, let's see the end result. It's almost 5:30, but the last coat has soaked in really well, and the wood is not slick at all, none whatsoever. And there's a few spots like that the wood is just, I guess it's overly saturated or kind of like fat lighter or whatever. But I don't know if the camera is doing it justice or not, but I'll lower it down a little bit and let you see. It really looks good. There's no smell. There's no slick. I mean, no slick. I'm having a hard time trying to move my foot. There's no slick to it whatsoever. Now, I will be honest. Going down the tailgate for the first time or so, you need to be real careful. And the reason why is because there is diesel fuel standing on that rail right there. I've got to clean that off. I've got a way to do that without messing up the wood. So, does applying an oil and diesel fuel mixture on the wood preserve it? I would say so. I'm not going to put any water on it right now, but I would say that the water is going to bead pretty good. I want this to sit overnight, and then again tomorrow I'm gonna take the machines off the mower, off the trailer, and let it sit and bake in the wood, in the sun and in the heat, because I want it to penetrate very well. This experiment, the reason I did it the way I did it is because I didn't see anything else on YouTube. There's one video of a guy spraying a storage shed with a Wagner power painter, and then he talked about doing it with a pump sprayer, but he didn't recommend it, and I wanted to see if it would actually work, and it does. It works well. Now, would a backpack sprayer work better? Probably, but I didn't have a backpack sprayer that would work, and so I went with what I had. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed it, guys. Do I recommend this method? Absolutely. There's no smell. It's not slick, and I do believe it's going to preserve the wood. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. This is Brian with Big South Outdoors TV, reminding you to live big, live Southern, and live outdoors. Until we meet again, folks, have a good one.